In times of crisis, people often look to power, to strength, to the promise of order. But when democracies call in the troops, history rarely remembers it as a moment of healing. Instead, it remembers it as a turning point. Today, the President of the United States has activated the National Guard in Los Angeles. The images are familiar: soldiers in the streets, sirens in the background, protesters on edge. But this isn't new. In fact, it's old, very old. In the final years of the Roman Republic, a powerful general named Sulla broke a sacred tradition. He marched his army into Rome. Why? To restore order, to defend the Republic from its enemies, or so he claimed. Years later, Julius Caesar did the same, crossing the Rubicon with his legions, declaring he was acting to preserve the rights of the people. In both cases, the Republic's institutions were paralyzed, the people were afraid, and when fear and fatigue set in, the line between military power and civil authority began to vanish. Fast forward nearly 2,000 years to Germany, 1933. A fire burned down the Reichstag, the seat of German democracy. Adolf Hitler, newly appointed chancellor, declared a state of emergency. He promised swift justice, stability, safety. And then, civil liberties were suspended, political opponents were arrested, and the Nazi Party consolidated power under the guise of restoring peace. It's not the fire we remember, it's what came after. In both Rome and Germany, leaders used moments of unrest to justify extraordinary actions. They blurred the lines between law enforcement and political force. They told the public, "We must act now or lose everything." And often, the public believed them. Because when institutions are weak, when citizens are divided, and when violence spills into the streets, many people will trade freedom for the illusion of control. So what about today? The deployment of National Guard troops in American cities isn't unprecedented, but the questions are always the same. Is it temporary or the beginning of something else? Is it about safety or political power? And who decides when it's necessary and when it's gone too far? Democracy doesn't fall all at once. It's not a coup. It's not a fire. It's a slow normalization of force, of fear, of leaders who claim they alone can fix it, if only the rules bend just a little. History warns us, when democracies call in the troops, it's not always about what they're protecting. Sometimes, it's about what they're preparing to replace. Winston Churchill once said, "Those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it." We are living through history now. The question is, will we recognize the pattern before it's too late? Subscribe to Fault Lines, The Fall of Empires, where history isn't just the past, it's the warning.